Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 57 of Direwolf20's Let's Play series, where I learned today that fission reactors can totally have fission reactor ports on top. Hooray! So that's cool beans. So what I'm going to do today is get this guy extracting water, which I thought this would do. These are pipes, right? Yes, mechanical pipes. Cool. This should be good. And then I'm thinking we can just do boop, 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 boop. Yes? Cool? Maybe? Perhaps? We'll see. So let's get this guy back up and running and see what happens. Now, water is flowing out of there and into there. Great. Which means I should be able to do something like turn this up to 6 now and not run out of water? Cool. Cool. I mean, you guys are definitely draining a lot of water out of my thingy there, but I'm going to try and go, like, pretty high. Let's go up to, like, 12. See? Stable water. Can I go up to, like, 25? So far, so good. Can I go up to, like, 33? Oh, yes. Now, just for the record, we are producing 754,000 RF a tick at this rate, so that's not too bad, right? And I could probably get up to, like, we should go up to 45 is about as high as I'm going to want to go right now. But yeah, it seems fine. Let's just push it. Can we do 50? 50 doesn't seem to be a problem. We can absolutely do 50. And that gets me 1.1 million RF per tick, which is awesome. All right, but I'm going to bring you back down to 1. Way lower RF usage in production because we're out of resources already. We mostly ran out of fluorite. That's the biggest. It's the biggest dude that we ran out of. So turn you off. Reactors off. Power production down. What we need to do now is deal with that. Deal with the crisis of being out of fluorite. And we knew we were going to be low on fluorite. We knew we were going to be low on uranium. We knew we were going to be low on sulfur. These are all things that we do not have in spades, and we're going to need to get more of. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the digital miner today. We will get that running. We'll make sure that it's all happy and good. Let's pop back home. Zoinks. And clean up our inventory. Zoink. So what I want to do today is get a digital miner. And then once the digital miner is up and running, I want to work on processing the nuclear waste. So those are our 2 plans to accomplish today. So the digital miner, what I find is Mechanism has some really large requirements and some really large ways to get things, more so than most other mods. So like Mechanism's going to be really good at supporting the needs of Mechanism. Few other mods can keep up with Mechanism's needs, and then Mechanism also does a really good job of providing the needs for other mods because it's a little OP. But, you know, it is what it is. So, no crafting CPUs are available. We'll give it a sec. It shouldn't be long. There we go. I need to get a few more crafters going. That would probably be cool, right? Yeah. Wouldn't be a bad idea, at least. So, generally speaking, when you're trying to do things in Mechanism like the nuclear reactor, you should probably say to yourself, now's a good time to get things like digital miners, you know, and that stuff. Because it's going to be hard to find another mod that can keep up with the demands that Mechanism has. You know, it's a little bit of a double-edged sword. All right, hey, digital miner, one of my favorites. Cool. We're going to need some flux points. And we're going to need, I think I can get an anchor. Is that what it's called? Anchor upgrade? Yes, anchor upgrade. Cool. This is a chunk loader. You put this in the machine and it will chunk load the machine, or at least the chunk that the machine's in. So it's a nice way to not have to remember to chunk load your chunks all the time. Also, it won't contribute to the number of chunks that FTP chunks limits you to. We should also get some speed and energy upgrades. That should be cool. What else do we want? We want an ender chest. That should be cool. And then we're good to go. All right, nice. Let's see, is there anything else I need to handle for this? For now, I don't think so. Is fluorite on my to-do list over here? Does fluorite get processed correctly? I'm assuming it does. Either that or it might not, because I'm assuming that fluorite might not be on the list of things that the that the guy makes. Yeah, so our thing doesn't make fluorite. So that's another reason we're going to need a digital miner is, you know, that demon dude don't make no fluorites, which is a bummer. So let's start right near our base, and then we'll expand outwards and go from there. Deal? So first off, let's make sure that we're not in the middle of a chunk boundary. Like here-ish is good. It's kind of a multi-block. It's really one block, so it's not a multi-block, but it's kind of a multi-block. Okay, I should be able to insert you, and you. So if we go look at our upgrades tab, we will see speed, energy, and anchor is there. And anchor only gets one upgrade because it doesn't need more than one. We're going to configure this guy so that its radius is 32. And then you can specify the Y levels. So we'll go like negative 255. How far can you go down? Negative 64. And its max will do like 70. Let's get the floor of our base. Because I don't want it to get, well, it should be fine. Because we're going to filter it. Yeah, 70 is the floor of my base. How cool is that? I figured I was about 5 up. Okay. But when we configure this, we want to filter it. And we don't want to put on inverse mode because I think that would be bad. So new filter, item stack. So we can either, can we drag from here? Actually, we can. Nice. Okay. But I don't want that because there should be deep state fluorite too. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on advanced tooltips and look at the tags. So it should be forge ores / fluorite. So when I do this, I can do a tag filter and type in forge ores fluorite. Fluorite. Cool. And then if you do it right, you'll see it does that. What's the color? Filter enabled. Oh, that's neat. That's new. I've never seen that before. And it'll cycle between all the types of them, right? So if you want, you could just do, if you wanted to, you could just do forge ores, and that would pick up all the ores. But I kind of don't want that right now. So forge ores sulfur, and save, and you'll see it cycling between all the sulfurs. And then forge ores uranium. No matching targets. Forge ore / uranium. There we go. And that's going to be all the uraniums. Sweet. And that includes yelloworium, because yelloworium has the same tag. It is tagged with uranium. So forge ores uranium is on here, and if we go look at yelloworium, we should see he also has forge ores uranium on him. Cool. So those are the 3 resources we want for now from our digital miner. So if I give you power, on the Dial 20 network, and auto eject can be on. Silk touch I want on because I want it to silk touch these ores, and then we'll process them with our super duper overpowered pickaxe. Deal? And then auto pull I don't think we need to worry about. Okay, so let's give this guy a go. And then if I put the chest on the back and start him, we have 2,327 ores to mine, and you'll see it's picking up yellorium, among other things. Sweet. And we're having a little bit of a power problem. Probably because we don't have enough of a buffer, or we do. Actually, we have enough of a buffer. So can I bypass limit on you? Probably. Why are you flickering like that? You shouldn't be flickering like that. What about you? Bypass limit? It's not a limit problem. Why are you flickering like that? I know it's a lot of RF that you need, but that seems unnecessary. Up you. Bypass limit. It might be a good idea to have a buffer. I feel like this is a thing that I've run into before. Why are you flickering like that? You shouldn't be flickering. I have no idea. I have no answers for why that's happening. Output is maxed at 102.4. It might be because the energy cube can't handle. It might need more than 102. It might be that the energy cube can't handle the output here. Yeah, he probably needs... He needs 117,000 RF a tick, and the energy cube can't handle it. So I think that's fine. I'm not going to worry about that. I think that we're good. So if we look now, we should be getting lots of uranium. Have we gotten any fluorite? We have, actually, gotten a decent amount. So that's good. So let's get them added to the breaky thingy. Okay. So you're going to do this fluorite at 16. And yeah, I guess we could put them both in the same one, right? You know what? We didn't want you. Yeah, let's remove you guys because we wanted a spot for them to go into in case it ever overflowed. I kind of feel like there was a reason I did that. That should be groovy, right? Looks good to me. All right, so now if we go back to our reactor room, in theory, you guys should all be running again. Producing the uranium hexafluoride that we're going to need because you've now got fluoride once more. Hooray! And you're full, and you're full, and you're full, and you're backstuffing. Nice. Let's turn this reactor back on to make sure that we are producing power in a way that is good and awesome. 1 millibucket per tick should be a good start, maybe. Yeah, let's go like with 10-ish. That sound cool. That's producing 220. I think that's more than our buffer, our battery can receive, right? So if we did 5, that would be at 120. Let's keep it around 3. Because the battery can only do 100-ish, right? 100 and something-ish. So that'll be around 70,000 RF a tick. So it won't be enough to keep everything super good, but it'll be pretty good. It might be cool. Because you're only using 2.4 thousand RF a tick. And that's because we're not using uranium that much. Cool. So it's a very small amount of processing that he needs to do. So that's good. All right, now let's figure out how we're going to handle nuclear waste. And then, so basically, I've come up with 2 solutions. A, if I can quantum entangle nuclear waste, that would be the best, because it means I can send it up top, get it converted by sunlight, and then send it back down. If I can't, I'm going to literally just have to dig straight up to the surface. I hope I'm not underneath anything that I care about. I don't seem to be. Pretty far away from my base, actually. So if I had to dig a straight line up and just make, a sunlight hole, so be it. Deal? Okay, so let's look at nuclear waste processing. So we're going to need another isotropic centrifuge and a solar neutron reactor. I might just do the sunlight thing anyway to be safe. Okay, so we're going to want to bring nuclear waste into these guys, and they're going to convert, and they will make these 2 resources. Okay, that and that. And then when we process this, they're going to wind up making spent nuclear waste, which has no use other than going into a barrel and eventually decaying over time, which we'll take care of shortly. And that'll eventually make me my polonium pellets. We're going to need fluorite dust for this. And plutonium, I think we also need fluorite dust for. And we're also going to need water, by the way. Any Minecraft water is accepted here. So that's what we're going to need. So we're going to need pressurized reaction chambers to make both of these. So we're going to need 1 of each of these machines, 2 pressurized reaction chambers. I might just do the sunlight thing anyway, because I'm pretty sure you can't transfer nuclear waste over a quantum entangloper. I'm almost certain that's the case, and I don't want to risk a nuclear accident. Just trust me, that would be bad. So no thanks. No thanks on the nuclear accident waste. So I'm going to make all the resources I need to get this build going, and then we'll be back in about a minute or 2. All right, minor situation has occurred. we need to do a production chain for HDPE sheets because solar neutron activators need one of those. Now, this will benefit us in multiple ways, luckily. So HDPE sheets are used for a few mechanism things late game, including this. In order to get it, though, we need ethylene, which is a good fuel source, which we can use for pneumaticraft when we get back to pneumaticraft after all this is done with mechanism. So what I'm going to do is store this liquid ethylene in a place that's going to be useful for us. So there's a whole production chain for it. So like, in order to get our ethylene, we're going to need hydrogen and oxygen and water and substrates and biofuels and all kinds of other things. So now might be a good time to get into compact machines. So I'm thinking I make a compact machine. In there I'm going to create the ethylene production line, and I'm also going to create the thing we need for induction storage, because that's another thing we're going to need sooner than later. And to get that, we're going to need lithium. And that's a big multi-block construction chain. So we're going to need to set up a bunch of things for that as well. So I'm thinking we make a big compact machine. We go inside of it, and then we do both of those things in there. And that's where I'll make my lithium, and that's where I'll make my ethylene. Deal? Okie dokie. That works for me. So in order to do that, why are we out of power? Somebody explain to me why I'm out of power. Where is all my power? You can't be empty, can you? You can? How can you be empty? Not empty. Oh, you're a little bit empty. Well, I mean, we're out of power, so I don't have access to any uranium. That's weird. Did not see that coming today. Let's turn the reactor back on over here. Okay. How are we for uranium? Yeah, you aren't totally empty. Why are you off? Because you are measuring what? Yeah, you shouldn't be off. Why are you off? Internal buffer. Active when below energy stored. Active when above 75. And then you should be set from signal. Yeah, so you should be on, Chief. Why are you no on? Okay. That was weird. I don't have an explanation for what just occurred. But something weird happened with this guy. I don't know what it was. But it is what it is. How are you doing, by the way, buddy? You've got 770 blocks left to process. So have at it, Chief. Have a good old, grand old time. You make all your stuff, and then you should be having enough power coming in to handle all those things. And now we're cool. So let's get our compact machine making. So what I did is I taught this thing how to make compact machines, sort of. I didn't teach it how to make blocks of netherite yet. So that is on my to-do. So what I want to do is say blocks of netherite are this. Netherite is always 4 and 4. Is there a cheaper netherite recipe anywhere in this pack? I doubt it. Most mod authors have decided not to make a cheaper version of netherite, I think. But there are some slight alterations somewhere. So I'll just go with this for now. So before I jump into another dimension, I feel like it's about time I finally make one of these bad boys. So how am I for nether stars? Because I'm going to need 7 more nether stars. I mean, I got 4. I can go get a few more. I'm going to do that off camera, and then I'll come back to craft the thing. Because I still haven't automated the nether stars. But I'm going to see, like, do I even need to automate nether stars? I honestly don't know. I honestly don't know. Because, honestly, meh. Look how many wither skeleton skulls I have. Holy cow, that's a lot. Yeah, I'm guessing my my whole automated wither thingy is going well. It's nice when you automate something, and it's not, like, super fast, but at the same time, you're like, hey, it's pretty fast. And then you forget about it for, like, 6 episodes, and you go back, and you're like, oh, no, it was fast enough. It was definitely fast enough. Alright, so we'll be back. Alright, so I should be able to turn, let's see, enrichment chamber will double it, but crusher will triple it, so let's do that route. Okay, and then we'll do that in an enrichment chamber. So you're going to go into the crusher. And you're going to go into the enrichment chamber. And then if I want netherite scrap, like say 10 of them, this should only cost me 4 and I'll get 12. Right? Sweet. And we'll have the 2 extra dirties there. That works. That works for me. All right, so now we have 3 of the range upgrades. Now I'm curious what this will do in terms of RF cost. That's right, I moved that, didn't I? You're down here now. So energy usage is 18 RF a tick. Is that accurate? Yeah. All right. Passive drain, 18 RF a tick. That's not not overpowered at all. That's totally fine, right? So I can do that. And that's 2. This will be 3. 1 more will be 4. And then you're good to go for one of these. Cool. And what's this do? The same amount of RF per tick. And that should work cross-dimensionally now. So we can finally remove this long-forgotten thing from my we should make this eventually list. And let's... I have such a list of things to make that I can probably remove most of. But now I should have no problem making a compact machine. Okay? And once we make one of these, we're also going to need... Let's do an @compact machines. So I can make a personal shrinking device. Never really did teach you how to make books, did I? I should. So the personal shrinking device is how we get into the compact machine that we're about to make. Where should we set up compact machines? I have no idea. How about in one of these walls, maybe? We could have like a little compact machines room. Yeah, that works. So you're there. Let's make it here. So I will do some mining gadgetry. Okay. That should be fine for now. I think that works. I don't know how many compact machines we'll wind up having in this series. I have no idea. So you can convert, and you can convert, and you can convert, and you can convert, and all of you guys can convert, and that looks nice and fancy now. Look at what a good builder I am, he said, lying. Not at all a good builder. Not even a little bit of a good builder. So this will be our new compact machine. I will click into it to shrink, and then it should generate a dimension, is the way this works. Unknown. Look at that. And look, we're inside of it. See, this is the dimension we're in, and we're inside a nice little box. So the max size compact machine is this, and it's basically, I think it's a 15 by 15, and it's always centered on a chunk, which is nice. So you know you're always within one chunk. And then you just click this to get back out. Or you can use any other form of teleportation to get out, right? So that's cool. And usually what I'll do is throw something on there like an item frame to indicate what it is. You can obviously, go your own way. Go however you want. Sticks. Can we get more sticks, please? We finally ran out of sticks. Do you not have that? I thought that was a recipe that we had. Okay. So item frame, boom, and we'll make you something to indicate ethylene and mechanism-y type things. How about... We'll use a gas upgrade. How's that sound? And I'll make one more of these. Just so that we're maxed out. And that should be cool. Yes, I like that. Gas upgrade. So pop that dude there, pop that guy there. You can also right-click it, and you'll get a preview of what's in the room, which is cool. And I think if you click that button on the bottom right, it'll pop you into it, assuming you have a personal shrinking device in your inventory. It's super good. Love compact machines. Such a cool concept of a mod. I really do like it. And then let's test. We do have access to our AE system here. We are in a different dimension. This is a whole different dimension. So now we know for sure that our wireless AE terminal works cross-dimensionally, which is another giant win, and I love it. OP? Probably fun? Very. All right, let's set this guy up real quick, okay? So as a reminder, what we're after are HDPE sheets, right? So I'm just going to put that. I cleared out my whole to-do list over there because it was getting annoying how many of those I had. So we'll start with an enrichment chamber. I don't think we need a lot of processing here. So I'll stick you... Now remember, you can't dig into the floor here. So that's one downside of compact machines. You can't put things on the floor and then break the floor in order to place wires underneath them. So if you want wires underneath your machines, you're going to need to place them one block upwards. Okay? So just keep that in mind. I probably won't need to do that. I'll probably use laser I/O for energy and all kinds of other things for transferring. Cool. So enrichment chamber, your job is to make the HDPE sheets. The HDPE pellets come from a pressurized reaction chamber. Boom. And you're going to, for items, input, output, auto eject. Cool. And for now, I'll let you go into a functional storage drawer. That should be sufficient. And at some point, I'll probably just make that an ender chest and a drawer back home. Or something. Something, we'll automate it. And then for the reaction chamber, you are going to definitely output items to the right with auto eject on. That's as far as I've gotten with you. So you guys are going to be oxygen and liquid ethylene. So how about oxygen in the back, liquid ethylene on the left, and substrate on the top. Does that work? Sure. So fluids and gases. That's fine. And you're also going to be making... You're not going to make a gas. This one doesn't make a gas. So this is just taking the liquid in and the gas in. So that's fine. So you don't need to eject any gases. So that should be good. And then fluids, you don't eject fluids. You only accept fluids. So that should be cool. And then the liquid ethylene is rotary condensated, and it's the arrow pointing to the right from ethylene. So rotary condensator, and that is going to be arrow pointing to the right. And we're going to have gases come in the left and fluids output to the right. And that should be cool. Okay. And then the ethylene itself is made with hydrogen and any water and a biofuel crusher. Okay. So that's going to be you, electrolytic separator. Will probably be... Let's put you here for now-ish. That should be cool. And you're gonna... And then we needed biofuel. So what makes you, actually? Pressurized reaction chamber. Did I miss one of those? I must have. I think I need 2 of these, and I forgot to make one. That's okay. You guys will forgive me, I hope. Come on, Steel. Process already. Cool. So you're going to go there, crusher here, and that should be groovy, right? So you're going to be receiving a gas from the left, right? And you're making ethylene. So you're going to output your gas to the left, and you're going to input... How about water on the top is your fluid? So let's not worry about items just yet. Fluids, water can come in on all sides. That's fine. Gases, you're going to output to the right with eject on, and input elsewhere is fine. That should be cool. And then, yeah. And then you also need biofuel. So let's have items come in the top. Good deal. And you can also have items and fluids coming in the top. That should be good. And then you, for liquids, will come in the top. And then for output, forget what direction I was facing when I placed this, but let's put him this way. So you're going to, for gases, fluids come in all sides. You don't need items. Gases are going to be, let's see, the ethylene needs hydrogen. So hydrogen to the left, and that's output 1. And output 2 out the front. Does that sound cool? Okay. And then I need to figure out a way to get like melons or potatoes or something. We'll figure that out in a sec. Cool. So then we will laser IO the whole process here. Okay. So first things first with laser IO, we are going to want a flux point. And your job will be energy. And I'm going to put you here. Okay, we also want a sink for water. And how about you go there? That's fine. So on the up, let's make sure you're all connected. Boom, boom, boom. All things connected, that's cool. So on the up, you will get water, and you will extract a bucket every second. And on the down, you will insert. And I might want to speed that up because I feel like we might want more water. And now you're nice and full. Beautiful. Okay, cool. And on the up, you will be energy, and you will extract, and we definitely want to overclock that as much as we can, so 100,000 RF a tick should probably be enough. And on the down gets energy. On the down gets energy. Down is energy. So now everybody's got power. It's cool. And I'm going to mute the electrolytic separator because I don't like that noise. Some sounds I like, other sounds not so much. So I configured you to auto-eject on to the right, so you should be pressuring the biofuel into here. And you should be item... Oh, that's right. Items... let's see. I may not want you to eject to the right, because don't I need... So for HDPE pellets, I need substrate, and then we need the biofuel. So actually, yeah, you can eject to the right, and you can accept items from the left. Cool. And then you also need water. So on the down will be a water insert, and now you're producing that. And the pressurized reaction chamber, I will also mute. Cool. And then now you're processing your ethylene into liquid ethylene, so that's working without any accepting of inserts. And then you need liquid ethylene and hydrogen, which is going to get a basic pressurized tube. We'll do that. Okay. And then your pressurized reaction chamber, you need the substrates from here. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to extract our items. You can be an output on the top, but not auto-eject. And you're going to be an insert on the top for items. And then you're also going to get a trash can. That can sit here. Okay? So you're going to, on the down, be an item extract. 8 items every second should be plenty. Okay, and that's going to pull the substrates out. And then on the down here, we're going to insert, and that should put the substrates in. And then on this side, we're also going to do this, but with a low priority. So that substrates go here first, but then if we overflow and back stuff on substrates, it'll void excess. Okay. Now, you might be having a little bit of a power problem on the up, so I might put you on round robin mode, and that might make things a little better. Are we really using that much power? We shouldn't be. Are you... you know what? We might be having power gen problems. We may not have sufficient power for this. So I don't think the problem is laser IO being a throughput good enough. I think the problem is we probably don't have any power in our battery at the moment. But that's the problem we're trying to solve. But hey, look! HDPE sheets. Hooray! That's enough for one. Solar neutron activator. And that means we can get back to making this stuff. Right? How cool is that? I did say make it, right? Yes, good. Beautiful. All right. So everybody's groovy. I like this. This looks good to me. This is nice, compact, does a good job. Clearly making these. One other thing I might do, so there's two options here. I can either A, transfer these items via Ender Chest back to the base and have this drawer in the base. That's probably what I'll do. Probably what I'll do. Let me get one of these, but I'm not going to place it yet because I want the drawer to be the thing. We have plenty of open drawer space. What I'm going to do is just do this, and then do this. And I'm going to snag one of these and one of these. And then, well, not exactly what I meant to do. Cool. And then you're good. Empty hand to see it. See, look, you can... I guess it's clipping a little bit, but whatever. You get the idea. And then you guys should be dumping in there. So now if we look at HDPE sheets, we can see we've got the 5, and then shortly it'll bump up to 6. I'm not going to speed upgrade these because we don't need a super large amount of HDPE sheets. I don't think. If we do, I can come back and speed upgrade them. But I mean, frankly, right now my power is more of a problem than the production of those. So, you know, that's a thing. Okay. So now we should be in a pretty good place to pop these dudes down. So what I'm thinking is, how about you here and you here? And we'll plan it all out before I actually pipe any nuclear waste into these bad boys. I mean, you are producing power. You guys are all running. What's our power situation back home in our battery? Full. So it was not the battery being empty. Interesting. 20 RF a tick, 2 RF a tick. You guys aren't that expensive. 20, 400, 0. It might be something else that's gobbling up all our power. Like if I made you a higher priority. Yeah, now we're happy. So something's eating up all our power. It's probably my... Is this the guy for the 517? Oh, it's negative 42. That's probably our whatchamacallit. Yeah, that's going to be our... If it's negative 42, that's probably our nuclear reactor fuel line. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, we need to handle this nuclear waste before we let much more power run. Okay. So you actually have a lot of steam here, which is interesting. You've actually backstuffed on steam? Okay. Well, that's a thing. I guess because I'm not voiding the steam, it's all backstuffed, which is kind of cool. I'm okay with that. That'll last for a long time. All right, so how about we do this? Let's wrap up the episode here. Come back next time. We will get the nuclear waste processing going, and then once that's done, we can switch back probably to Pneumaticraft and have some more fun with that mod, because that is super cool. All right, for now, Delta20 sign off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We got a lot done today, so I'm very pleased. For now, take it easy.